November 20th, 2019. My name is Chelsea Wen, and I'm here with Zoe, and we're interviewing Mitzi Shen. So first question, when and where were you born?
I was born in Shanghai, China, 1948.
And can you talk about the community or the neighborhood that you grew up in?
In China.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, community?
What kind of people were your neighbors? Like, what kind of environment was it?
When I was a little young, and I was started dance like 4 or 5 years old, and dance with some private school, and also later go to Shanghai, the children's palace to dance. Most of the time, it's lots of dance girls together. Then later, I went to Beijing for professional college for the dance department. Yeah.
Did your parents introduce you to dancing?
I think my mother will support me. She loves, so she supported me too.
Can you describe your family, like how many siblings you had?
Okay, I have 6 plus me and 7 siblings. And then my older brother is in Houston too. He is the businessman in the Houston big
Greater Houston
Great
Partnership.
Houston business partnership right now. And then also some brother in the Utah and in different city of America. Most all here right now.
You have a famous brother, writer?
I'm sorry.
A famous brother?
Maybe a writer? Do you have a brother who's a writer?
Yeah, my also have my brother is the number 1 ranking in China, the writer, yeah, book writer.
So are you like the oldest or?
Oldest the daughter in the family, number 3 in the syllable.
Did you have a lot of responsibilities when you were little? Like, did you have to take care of your other siblings? Or?
Actually, I dance a lot. My older sister, which is my younger, the younger sister, she taking care more in my family, because that time I was in Beijing in a dance college, so my sister taking care of the family more.
So how old were you when you moved to Beijing?
When I was 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to move away from your family? You're so young.
Yeah, first year, and we were really miss family. Yeah. Wanted to have, visit the family in the holiday things. Later on, get used to, yeah.
So when did you know that you wanted to do dance as your career more seriously?
Okay, actually, when I was young, I just talk about, and I am in the Shanghai Children's Palace. I really hard work. The teacher really like me, and also I am the leader. Always do the leader role in the dance. So I think I'm good. I love the dance. So so that's why I get into the Beijing the dance college, and but actually when I went there, I go to professional. I know it's not just like what I thought. It's have fun, dance on the stage, lots of hard work. So that time, but I still like it, but it's really hard and hard work. Not easy. Just have to study real hard. Practice, lots of practice.
What do you think was the hardest part about going to school for dance?
Oh, okay. Actually, I am very flexible. Most of people think if you dance,
Mm-hmm.
I have some parents talk to me, my daughter's very flexible, she's good at dancer. But actually, the dancer is not just the flexible. So I was very flexible. But when you're flexible, you're not strong enough. You don't have lots of, what they call it?
Strength.
Strength, not strength. Yeah. So real hard to practice to build your strength out. That take me almost 3 years. And there's a lot of every day and double work than other students, so double time of work. So then I build up my strength. I can jump high and lots of things, technique getting much better after 30 years in the college. So
Talk about what, can I say something?
Yeah.
Talk about what you don't like when you wake up in the morning, or when do you practice? When you say double work, what did you do that's double?
okay.
It's interesting.
Usually in the evening we have like a relaxed time, free time. Some students all go to watch movie things. I always in the studio in the studio practice because I know I'm don't have enough strength, so I have to work to build up all different part of the body to get more strength. So I work in the evening when people watch the movie or things. In the morning I wake up early. We have to run in the so I always run the most to build up my energy. Everything's trying to lots of hard work. And in the break time, and most people relax for 1 month, and I practice 2 times a day, so to build up.
Did you have any teachers that were very important to you or had a really good relationship with?
Yeah, I think we have every year we have a different teacher. We all have good relationship. They are really nice. Last year, this year, beginning of this year, I went to China, Sichuan, Chengdu, to visit one of my teachers. She's my first year teacher, and also and the other teachers. I think they are just when they teach, they have different things. I think lots of some of teachers, they teach me lots of detail, like we do Chinese hands, right? And my finger that time is like this. So when the teacher used the rubber band to rubber me, that time was so embarrassing for me in the front of audience, the class. I was kind of cry, but after that I know I have taken care of each of the detail to make dance beautiful. So that's helped me a lot.
So what kind of dancing style did you first learn?
I started with the ballet, with the private school ballet, and also the master teacher from Russian. And at that time, my mother sent me. My mother enjoyed it, so that's why she sent it to me, and I started to enjoy it too. Yeah.
Can you tell us about kind of how many classmates did you have at the in Beijing?
We have like a professional, like a probably 5 class for the dance. And then we have about 3 academic class or something a day, probably like that.
What did you do in your academic classes?
We do math, geometry, and Chinese language, all those things.
How long did you attend the Beijing Dance Academy?
Actually, 6 years, from 1962 to 1969, or yeah, probably, yeah.
So when you were little, did your parents really support your dancing, or did they have other expectations for what they wanted you to do?
My father wasn't that support, but my mother supported me very much. And my mother wanted she have like 7 children, do all different things, you know. And so some people good at writing, some people be a doctor, some people, you know. So, yeah.
So how did you come to join the Shanghai Dance Academy and become a teacher?
I was in the Shanghai song and dance troupe company for the dancers, and also teach the dance. We have dance the student group that in the song and the dance troupe. I taught. I was dancer and also teaching them too. After they graduate, we have some students turns real good, and then the Shanghai Dance Academy and select me to the Shanghai Dance Academy. You know, so I was teaching there before I come here, come to United States.
Were you a principal dancer with the Shanghai Dance Troupe?
Yes.
How did that feel to be a principal dancer? That's a high rank, correct?
Yeah.
How did that feel?
How do I feel? I think you have to work harder. Otherwise, you know, anytime the other people can, you know, you just have like just like said, work harder and trying to go over yourself, not just you know, stay there. It's not gonna.
And when did you join the Shanghai Dance Academy? Like, how long were you with the Shanghai Dance Troupe?
Shanghai Dance Troupe, probably, hold on, let me look my resume, please. That was way over 40 years ago, right? Yeah, that was 1975 to 79, right? Then, yeah.
So what did you do after you left Beijing? There was an in-between time between when you were at the dance school in Beijing and when you went to Shanghai for that?
Actually, I was in the, when I studied in the Beijing, the college was called, you see, China Army Arts College. That means the Beijing 解放军艺术学院，中国人民解放军艺术学院。It's the army, but we wear 军人的衣服哈。But actually, we're just it's like a, you know, professional, you know. So, so that time, I think when we graduated during the Cultural Revolution. So and I was 分配叫什么？分配到南京。
Okay.
南京南京那个全县歌舞团还叫什么？But nobody was doing dance that time, so we'll just go to, you know, 到部队里边去做 working in the like a
On a farm? Or
as like a what I say 护理员怎么讲护理员 go to the hospital
okay.
for 护理员 yeah so after 1 year then 我服员了就是服员叫什么
Well, I didn't
finish.
see that stuff.
You finished your work, so they let you go.
no not
Or
working with
completed
army
your term?
anymore
Oh, okay.
maybe do you want to maybe turn off this one I can look the
Oh, we'll
It's
cut
okay.
it out
It's
later.
okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
就是服员然后 then I went to Shanghai and I went to the song and the dance troupe.
So when they sent you to Nanjing, did you know anybody else there, or did you go by yourself, or?
Yeah, just go by myself. No, I don't have anybody who was there, and just go with some couple of my college students went there.
Were you scared during that time, or was it just something?
No, I
happened?
already left home for about 6-7 years. I'm not scared
Mm-hmm.
anymore. I'm very independent.
Uh-huh. I mean, how did you feel about being sent and like having no choice about what you were doing?
I'm sorry.
How did you feel that they made you go there? And
那是分配过去嘛？What do you mean?
Yes. But how do you feel about it? Did you want to go?
Oh, I think it's okay because that is the dance company. But in the army dance company, I went there. So, but actually they didn't have during the Cultural Revolution. Nobody is dance. Even you're a dancer, you don't dance. You just go work in the farmer, work in the we work in the hospital, and I'm very short, but I can carry the tube of water, 100 pounds every day morning to carry the water for those hospital patients things. Yeah. And also, I still practice the dance in the evening whenever I have time. Practice the dance, and then we performing. We performing for them too. That time we're doing some white hair girl, whatever. We're doing those.
You perform for the people in the hospital?
Right.
Oh, okay. So how did you decide that you wanted to leave Shanghai and come to America?
Oh, that is I think later 1975 or 78 or 9. There is Houston Ballet and the other German ballet company went to China. That time China just opened the door. So they went to China, and we has been closed the door and don't see anything from outside of China. We see their ballet dance beautiful, graceful, and lovely. So that make me really want to explore, go to the Western to explore with, yeah.
So up to that point, had you been doing mostly ballet, or what other styles were you doing?
You mean I'm coming here, right?
While you were still in China? What were
Still
you
in
doing?
China at that time, I think I was teaching, because when I was students, we learn ballet and the Chinese dance. So during the the Cultural Revolution, we do lots of ballet because there is a modern ballet for the Red Army and the White Hair Girl. So we all practice ballet to ballet. Then later they want me to I was teaching in the song and the dance troupe, the dance student group in ballet. Then later they transfer me to the Shanghai Dance Academy. I teach Chinese dance there. So I learned all those different things.
So was your family supportive of your decision to come to the U.S.?
Yeah, I think they very support me.
Were you the first person to go from your family, or did you know people in America already?
What's your first question?
Were you the first person from your family to move?
Yeah, I'm the first person from my family, and I have a friend in the Houston, so that's why I came to Houston. I come with my husband.
When did you meet your husband?
I'm sorry?
When did you meet your husband?
When do I meet my husband? That probably 1973, around about that time. And we married in 1975. I come here in 1981. I already have my daughter. She's 2.5 years old. I left her in China with my mother.
So how did you feel about moving? Was it scary, or were you excited?
Okay, it's kind of lots of things not expected.
What surprised you the most?
Can we cut it? I think when we come to the United States, and we only can carry like $60 for each person. So I think when I was arrived, landed on the Los Angeles, I was, from airplane, I was thrown up and very hungry. But I couldn't buy, I don't want to buy anything because only $60 have to live here. Then my husband, we both is F1. My husband have to change it to F2, so we don't need to pay that much tuition. So yeah.
Okay. So did your husband have a job in Houston when you?
Oh
first
yeah,
moved?
he is violinist. He teaches violin. I'm teaching dance. So I have dancing school. So he teaches students can learn violin and dance together, and
And how was training in Houston different than how you trained in China?
Ask your question again, please.
How is the training in Houston different than what you did in China?
Okay. I was teaching professional in China, professional school, so much more strict. So in here, I started teaching the girl age was 3. I'm learning that when I come, learning how to teach the age was 3 years old. I remember first time I was studying in the U of H, then I transferred to the TSU to study English. So I think there's English a second language college. They have a director called Dr. Malloy. And I was teaching the weekend college dance class. They're also at learning English, also teaching the dance, and also some school. So Dr. Malloy was, teach us have to be, let the students get interested in dance. Then you can, make them interested in dance. But in China, I think I'm much more strictly. We don't think about that way. We just want to make you better, just only point you where wrong, what's wrong, and to improve. But here it's, I think that's a very good way for the little ones to make them interesting. Then they will learn better, getting better, yeah.
So did you start learning English when you moved here or before?
When I moved here, I started learning English in the English second language, but still not good because lately, when I opened the school in 1984, very busy teacher in the school by myself, and so didn't have time. English even getting worse than I was in the English as second language in that college.
Did it make teaching harder because you weren't proficient in English yet?
First, I started teaching my English teachers, very nice. Miss Harper, her name is. She teaches me how to teach in dance class. Give me some like a stand straight. I have to start those basic sentences to learn to teach the dance.
Did you enjoy teaching children more than
Yes.
older people?
I enjoy to teach it. When they're young, they're very cute. You love it. You sort of watch them come with the diaper. Then, and then later on you see them grow up and they can do very hard technique in ballet, in Chinese dance. Yeah.
So did you find that the way that people did ballet was different when you came here?
The Western ballet is much graceful and lovely than the China, and we used to. But now they're all getting better. I think they open the door. They all learn from Western. Yeah.
And then.
You did the Pan American competition, Dance Fever, in 1983.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
I think that time I was arrived not too long. Actually, I was arrived in December 26, 1981. So, and not too long that competition started early 1983. They choosing from Houston, and then go to we went to Los Angeles for the competition. What are you interested to about those? I think after that really gave me some idea. I thought, first time I don't know the Chinese dance people were in how is Chinese dance in the American, but once we get selected, I feel like that we people. I think the national TV broadcast and lots of my friends, they are different city. They call me, so they saw me on the TV things, and I just feel, I can do something here because after that, and the Downtown magazine was. Downtown asked me performance. My picture was on the Downtown magazine, 1983, I think. Then I have a friend was in U of H, studied English, and have a roommate. And she has some relative in Houston. They wanted to learn a Chinese dance from me. So I thought I maybe can, the Houston Ballet, Jenny Parker with Ben Stevenson, take the ballet, Western Ballet to the China and open the door for us. And I thought I maybe can do something like Jenny Parker. I can bring the Chinese dance to the American people. So I just that really gave me something to think about.
How did it feel when you won gold?
How do I feel? I was so excited, so excited. I think that because in the Chronicle newspaper, they have our big picture. I brought it today as a pictures and the news, and and the Chinese newspaper also broadcast. TV. It's on That's the one we had. That's in Houston. They take the pictures and on the Chronicle newspaper. And then also we went to the LA competition. And then I have some picture in there.
So when you first moved to America, were you able to find a community of Chinese people to connect with?
I think I just threw my roommate. My roommate, she have a big family here. So I think first time when I started my school in 1984, only 8 students. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. Half of it's from their family.
Oh. Okay. So how did you feel, how are you able to adjust to the new culture here?
I don't know I answer you correct or not. And after I opened my school, I have most of my students, we use, because the time limited, the students only have after school or weekend can be able to learn a Chinese dance. So I use the ballet as like a basic training for all my students. And then they also do a Chinese dance, learning Chinese dance. So that way they have a good, solid foundation. And then later on, no matter they do ballet or do Chinese technique, they'll be able to do it. So I just use some dance we mix the ballet technique into the Chinese dance, so bring the Chinese dance more advanced. Yeah.
What did you think was the hardest thing about starting your own school and finding the people?
I think first time it's like a start A student. Then we have lots of performance, and that time also I teach at other America's dancing school, and I teach them Chinese dance. They love it. So I think we perform at a Houston Festival in downtown. I have some picture that show this too. and then slowly build up. After I build up for a while, I think that is 1990, maybe middle of the 90s, they have some more Chinese dance school open in Houston. I think they probably wanted to get a student. They all tell the parents we only need once a week, because I do require my students in the level 3 and up, certain level, they need to come 2 times a week. So that way they can have a more solid foundation in the ballet. But they told the parents they only need it once a week. Of course, parents want less time, don't want to spend too much time. If they only need it once a week, that will more attractive. So that time it's kind of hard time for me because, not many students, come here. Some even go to the other school. Excuse me. So I think, but I still keep the 2 times a week. I don't want to lower my quality. And I think that take a time. The first time maybe students don't know, parents feel happy only once a week. But after a while, eventually you will see the difference. And right now there is some other school students. They are both my school high school students and the other dancing school they're both in the ballet high school. They're both in the dance team. But my students, they have very good technique, can do lots of things. The other dancing school students, they cannot. They come to our school, wanted to take a class, but cannot catch up, feel, that. Then the mother tell me because in the other school, they don't have a ballet. They just have Chinese dance because, whatever, they not very consistent. Like we have a syllabus. Level 1, you have finished what kind of syllabus. Each level, each class will have what called the
Curriculum.
Curriculum, yeah. So they just like today we have Chinese teacher. We teach you Chinese. Tomorrow we have hip hop. We teach you hip hop. So that way, so their students, our students come out. They know most of ballet term, technique. They all know. So later on, they could go to college or other dancing school. They want to exercise whatever teachers say the term. They know how to do the combination. They, then also they know how is the ballet, how to enjoy. Yeah. So I just keep that time kind of harder. But once, after a while, the parents and see the difference. We still build up very, I think. After my daughter Jenny, she is in the Southern Methodist University in Dallas. She's taking dance department dance course. Then after she graduated 2001, and we would discuss and to establish Dance of Asian America, the company, to bring the Chinese culture to mainstream of society, before most in the Chinese society. So, and then we bring the Chinese culture to the mainstream. And, she got, selected from a Miller Outdoor Theater twice a year to perform in there. And, since we have a good quality, we already have did East meets West in April. It's this next year will be 18th annual, and also we just did 14th annual of the Spring to China in the October in the Miller Outdoor Theater. So since we keep good quality, it's already that 14 years there.
So how involved in the school are you now?
Okay, actually, there's little history things. I was opened my school and directed the school in 1984. After Jenny graduated 2011 or 2001, we established the Dance of Asian America. The school collaborated with Dance of Asian America very well, so bring a very good quality. And I think on the 2013, we got selected by the America Got Talent And so we compete in the Chicago and also went to the quarterfinal in the quarterfinal in the New York City. And then I think bring the more high school to the high level, and I was think of I think in the 2015 I was trying to retire. Jenny is very busy because runs company, lots of work. It's non-profit company, and she have lots of proposal things and director conducted the performance. Very busy, so I was trying to looking for some good one can take over my dancing school. I was sold my school 2015, then hope they can collaborate with Dance of Asian America and keep our legacy and bring to the the Chinese culture to the mainstream of society in the Houston. But actually it wasn't working well. The other people take over Mitzi Dancing School. They'll probably do different way. It's not like we keep the quality things. They'll just open in the 1 year, open the three school. So lots of students, parents just tell me they wasn't take care of the quality. So that's why they went to Dance of Asian America. So then I think I was retired for 3 years. 2015 to the 2018, I come back to help Jenny because she have to do her own company and also a school to carry the good quality and the legacy to the for the company. So I was help her to doing some part of job for the Dance of Asian America Academy right now. So after 2015, no longer with Mitzi Dancing School.
So how was it to teach your daughter?
Okay, my daughter was tell me because I just say that I have to make students more interesting. But in the class, I normally never say you do something good. I always say something not good. Because she said, you always say I not do good and never say anything. I said, I don't have enough time. Because before she go to college, she also learned a dance from me in my class and also in the Houston Ballet. I said, I don't have enough time to say something you good. I only have time to, to point what you're not good, want you more improve. I want her, do things very serious, be serious. You can do everything good.
So do you think you treated your daughter differently than other students?
Yeah, more serious.
And what is it like to work with your daughter, making the company?
Okay. After we founded the Dance of Asian America 2001, right? First, a couple years very hard because it's non-profit. No people know you Dance of Asian America. They not. We need people support. Need a foundation to support. Need to find the budget. Then we can perform volunteer. For and also give our students more benefit to training, and very hard. But she worked real hard. I think she goes through this. I think build her more strong.
How did you find people to donate to your new company?
I think maybe next time you can, when you interview my daughter, you can ask her because she do almost this job. I just. She do lots of paperwork, find the budget, find the way. That's her job.
Can you talk more about the East Meets West series and what that's about?
East Meets West, the performer, right? That performer is Dance of Asian America, performing most East dance. Sometimes we do a few because our students learn modern dance, Western modern dance too. Do a few modern dance, most Chinese culture, Chinese style dance. Then Jenny invite Houston Ballet, Dallas Ballet, or Fort Worth Ballet to, and the local, some best modern company to together collaborate to perform in the East meets West. This coming next year will be 18th annual. So I think now the Houston Main Street all know this performance. We started with very hard, like I said, we don't have money, but we have to do billboard. And the highway billboard, we spend all the money there to billboard, and we get money from our own money. We don't get the money, so and to do all this. And then right now we don't need to do too much of those kind of, advertise. The people already know every year that lots of people come. I think they enjoy it to watch.
Do you think it's hard to mix the Eastern and Western style in one performance?
We're separated. Western dance is they do ballet or modern, then we do Chinese, and it's people see the variety.
Okay.
We try to let it, do those performance and spring the China. We invite the China, the best dance company, come with us. Performance recently always have like 15, 16 China dancers come with our dance of Asian America dancer performing together. So some of the dance, lots of it's like even we say the Chinese dance, lots of a ballet technique, mixed kind. And we want to also introduce American people the Eastern dance. Hope we can go, through the Chinese culture dance to do tie the both side country people.
What are your current responsibilities with Dance of Asian America?
I'm sorry, say it again.
What are your current responsibilities for Dance of Asian America?
Okay, we hope we can be like a bridge to bring the Chinese people and the Chinese and Americans, know each other better, and also the second purpose is training and our young generation about the Chinese culture things.
And what are the plans for the DAA in the future?
The plans?
Plans, yes.
I think it's still the goal, like I just said, that's our goal to, bring more Chinese culture, hope, into the American main society. Promote Chinese culture.
Going back to when you were in the Houston Ballet, what were the demographics of the people around you, like the people who were training with you? Were there other people who were also Chinese, or were you the only one?
You mean the Houston Ballet?
When you first came here?
Oh, I first came here, I was not by the government. I just come with myself.
Oh, yeah.
Come with myself, and I just taking some Houston Ballet class. It's not sent by government, so that's why I only have $60. If the sent by government, they probably already have some scholarship, whatever, right? I just come myself.
Were the people in the classes, did you become friends with them, or?
Yeah, I have several. It's from that time, and one even is my our Dance of Asian America's board member, and Ella. What's the Ella McDonald? Anna
Hamburger.
And hamburger.
Oh, don't show her that.
Ellen Hamburger, yeah. She was in my dance class too, and she really enjoying and support. So.
And when you started teaching more, did you also have time to perform, or did
Oh,
it
yeah.
change?
I think when I come, I just said, I have to go to the study English. And also I perform it. Otherwise, people don't know you. You come from China, and why they have to take a class from you. I do lots of a performance. So kind of, and I have to practice. If I don't practice, I don't want to go on stage. So I have to practice every day, and it's so very tight, the schedule. I think at that time my husband and I really miss our daughter, but we have keep our very busy to not have time to think about too much.
So you said you moved here without your daughter, right?
Yeah.
So when did she come here?
After, excuse me, after 5 years, she come here.
Um, so, do you think that your husband has influenced your dancing with his music?
Hold on a second one.
Okay, yeah.
Here, it's not in the ballet company. Just I hope I have opportunity to learn. I taking class there, learn the Western style ballet. I just really enjoy the and to learn and to watch. So, I think my husband was helping me a lot. Because when we come in here, we don't know any people here, just one of my friends. But if you want to build your school, everything do yourself. I still remember my husband was climb very, very hard, maybe 24 ladders. Go to that time I was in the Dynasty Mall, the second floor. And we don't have money to hire the design people, design and the sign company. He have to climb very high ladder to put a banner on there. So just help a lot. Lots of performance. He have to help. Take a picture, play the music. So help a lot. So.
How were you able to found your dancing school?
Be able to found my dancing school. I started just like I said and my roommate in the U of H. That time we have like a roommate. She has the lots of relative here, so I started with 8 students, 4 students from her family. Then I first time I just borrow some other people's studio and have class, and then slowly gradually have more students come. Just like I have to perform, and and the student perform, I perform, so get more people know me, know the school, and.
Did you also learn other dance styles like jazz or hip hop?
Yeah, I think I enjoy when I came here. I teaching Chinese ballet, but also not only learn in a Houston Ballet, also went to some jazz company. They have class, taking some class, jazz and tap. I also give some class for the my school, some students.
Oh, can you talk more about America's Got Talent and how you decided to audition for that?
I think the America Got a Talent called my daughter. They actually first time looking for, because we have lots of performance dance on the YouTube. They probably saw that. They called it my daughter Dance of Asian America, looking for the company to perform in there. And then we actually, with that time, because I still have Mitzi Dancing School, I thought that maybe if use the Mitzi Dancing School, go there, probably it's better for the promote the school. Because company usually it's a performer, it's not that much teacher student. So that's why we use the Mitzi Dancing School to perform in the America Got a Talent. So I think that all the students are very excited. And excuse me, we go to quarterfinal in New York. It's in the August. It's August, right? And afterwards, they still contact us, want us to go next competition.
Wild card.
Ah,
They,
yeah, no, God, just that.
no, it's called the wild card. They asked us to go back.
Then, but most the Chinese parents and they don't want the students miss too much school. They want that's it, quarterfinal, and so we didn't go more. So, but it's really helped the students. They got a lot of experience, life experience. They're very happy, and. Yeah. Also, I feel very proud that we bring the Chinese culture to the America Got a Talent, and the first Chinese group go to there, and also national broadcast.
How were you involved during the process?
Dance of Asian America,
America's Got Talent.
or America Got a Talent. I think we go to New York about 10 days, right? We stay there 10 days. Before the last day, we have broadcast on there. Before that, every day we have a practice like a 6 hour. And because their producer watch you every day after you practice and change. First time we went there, the producer watched what we brought dance. Then they point a lot of places need to improve. I think at that time, Janie, my daughter, she's the person to collaborate with the America Got a Talent's producer to according their request and change, practice every day, 6 hours. So proud of Janie and my students. They're so like a professional. Usually they only do like a 2-3 hours in my studio. They're already tired. But that time they'll practice 6 hours a day and very hard work. Never stay tired, never sitting down and practice again. And after we practice correct and change, the producer watch, then point another things. Then next day we need to change again. The students and very collaborate. So we are just very hard work, like 8 days to change, practice, finally bring the best version on the America Got a Talent.
So what do you think your proudest moment has been in your life?
I think at that time when they perform on the America Got a Talent stage, and after they perform, an audience give a big clap, and I and my daughters very proud. We will stand up and so proud of our student, and so proud that we can, stand on the Radio City Music Hall, and also proud of the national TV broadcast. So proud of that. I think.
What do you think has been your greatest accomplishment?
I think for the over 31 years in the school, running the school and training so many dance, some of the professional become and most dance lovers and bring their life to enjoy, and I'm so proud of this. And then right now I feel like a very proud to still work with Dance of Asian America to bring the Chinese culture on the mid outdoor, the big stage to the mainstream of Houston society. I feel very proud of still doing this work.
What do you think is the importance of dance in the world and in our culture?
I think excuse me, dance make you feel like you're enjoying dance. You feel the life is beautiful. I think life is beautiful, and also I think when you learning a dance, it's build your 怎么讲，就是你就是培养你的很认真做事情，hard work， So
Discipline.
to
Yeah.
build
Discipline.
discipline, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, that will help you the whole life.
Mhm. And how do you think that is related to culture and communicating culture to other people?
Say it again.
How do you think dance is related to communicating culture to other people?
Oh, okay. I think your question remind me one thing. When I was in the teaching the students, the parents was tell me, they said that their children don't want to learn Chinese language, but they wanted to go to your school to learn Chinese dance, and because they feel really safe, like a weekend. Their kids take a dance back, go to your school. They know where they are. They know who they hang around. So I think I feel like I can, go through teach Chinese dance to teach them Chinese culture. So I feel my work is more meaningful. Teach them Chinese culture. Did that answer your questions?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. How do you think your relationship with dance has changed over time from when you first started learning to where you are now?
Question again. Question getting harder.
Sorry. um,
Maybe the role of dance?
yeah, how has the role of dance in your life changed?
Say the first question maybe better.
Like, how has your relationship with dance, like, was dance number one? How has it changed? How have you and dance changed over time?
Change my life.
Sure.
Nope. You're getting like you and your relationship with dance, like maybe when you started when you're young, how did you feel about it? And now, like how do you feel about dance? Is it different for you or is it the same?
Okay, when I was young, I just loved it to dance on the stage, to make up, to wear pretty dress. I think at that time, that's what I just like. So I go to the professional school. That I just said, I just realized that it's not what I thought that easy to just the performance. When you want to go to on the stage performing in professional, you have to practice every day and hard work, and then you can present good on the stage. I think that also built me, discipline and built me to how to 就是培养你自己一个怎么样认真 hard work to to that is really support the whole my life and the work. I don't know answer your question.
No, yeah.
How are you involved in the Asian American community in Houston besides dance?
Besides the Asian America, Houston. Oh, okay. Asian America, mainstream. Okay, we often performing for the Asians, lots of association. They have a meeting things. We often, volunteer performing there, and to support all different associations. Most go through the dance.
Have you had any major inspirations in your career? Any really important mentors or teachers?
能不能关掉一下？
Okay, sure.